into the beauty industry, where I was in the beauty industry as a master stylist for 10 years, which you really never leave the beauty industry. I was actively pursuing, I would say. And I was a salon owner for 5 years. And then after that is when I transitioned into being a stay-at-home mom. And hey, that's where I learned how to run a business, really. I thought I was running a business when I was in the salon industry, but no, ma'am, no, sir. No, when I with 4 children, you learn multitasking, you learn your finances, you learn how to be the CEO, right? And so with that though, with that being said, my children are my passion, and what I decide to do or don't do is going to positively or negatively impact them. And I'm creating now their subconscious mind and their way of thinking for life. I'm creating their normalcy and what they think is the right way to be, to go, and how we're supposed to live. And if you notice the pre-show that we put before you of lifestyle, of an elite lifestyle, and if you looked at that video, you saw families coming together in laughter, right, in harmony, in unity. It didn't look like they were stressed. You saw people traveling the world, staying in 5-star properties, right? And just it looked to me, that was a vision of time freedom. That was a vision of financial freedom that a lot of people want to know how to tap into. Every single day of their lives, they have this idea of freedom that was placed in them as children, but nobody showed them how to obtain it. It was like a fairy tale story that was we read it to them at night, closed the book, they thought about it in their dreams, but when they woke up, the reality didn't match. Right. And so what we're saying to you through this platform, that the true power has come for you now to make that fairy tale, that dream, now a reality. And so we have a goal, not just a goal. We have a vision to impact 1 million families. Because the difference between a goal and a vision, right? A lot of people, we go into the new year and everybody going to set all of these goals. But a lot of times people set goals and then they drop them. But a vision is different. A vision pulls on you. A vision speaks to you. A vision will wake you up in the middle of the night with ideas and ways that you can make that come to pass to impact 1 million families. So you know that we have a vision is great when it includes a lot of people that's inside that vision. And so what I'm going to do, I have the privilege and the honor of showing you how we're going to make that happen. And before I get into that, I have to thank my, what you would call mentor in life. I call him Mr. G3, Mr. David Guilty, for the opportunity of being in this space. And as he's partnered with Mr. Edwin Haynes, and we'll talk about him in a few moments, I'm here in this space on this platform, and I am doing my part to impact these 1 million families. Disclaimer, in full transparency, that results are not guaranteed. Just like anything in life, results are not guaranteed, right? When I went to the University of Kentucky and I got my degree in accounting and business management, and I'm in pursuit of a profit in that field, nothing was guaranteed for me. And when I transitioned now into the beauty industry, right, to get my master's life, nothing was guaranteed. Yes, I had to put in an investment in order to get certifications, in order to get licensed, in order to get those degrees, and all the thousands of dollars that I've spent in those industries, nothing was guaranteed. Why? Because it's up to me. And this is no different. It's going to require hard work. It's going to require dedication, persistence, commitment. Anything that you achieve in life that is great, it's going to take you actively pursuing that. But what we're going to show you is how you can be that busy person. Because after me saying all of that, you might have sat back and was like, hold on, wait a minute. I don't know. I got a lot going on. Everybody has a lot going on, right? And so we're going to show you how this is for the busy, everyday person. No matter what your schedule look like, we're going to show you how to maximize your schedule, how you're going to learn a skill to create wealth. But also now, what our secret weapon is the technology, is the AI systems that we have in place to do a lot of that for you, right? And so that is our disclaimer. It's not guaranteed, but I will say, if you can see that there is a way, then there will be a way for you. This is our founder, one of our founder, Jose Ardon, and he is a giant in the industry. He's earned over 600 million in revenue. He's impacted and transformed thousands of people around the world, right? And he has partnered now with Mr. Edwin Haynes, who is the CEO of Access. Again, another giant in the industry. He's has years of experience in the oil and gas industry and the real estate industry. He is an author of a book that You Have Permission to Succeed. Now, these men have done $1 billion in revenue together in the past, right? They've created that lifestyle relationship. Now, mind you, that was in the past, right? That they've already seen success together. And now they're deciding to come back together for another venture, another goal. They're at a higher level of thinking, of understanding, of resources, of their network. What do you think they're going to do now? So again, I'm going to take you back to act 1 million families, because we have men who are coming together, who have hearts for people to make sure that they succeed, right? And how we're doing that is because we've created, or I should say they've created. You see how I took on ownership of that? That's what happens when it gets on the inside of you. And we're telling you now that you now are a part of, or can be a part of, Empower. And I just alluded to you, everything that you need, that power, it's on the inside of you, right? That fairy tale, that dream can be reality as you tap into power that's on the inside of you. And we're doing that because now we're placing you in an environment where you're going to learn financial awareness. And not only just financial awareness, but now we're going to show you can be financially aware, but now you're going to also learn how to multiply that money, right? Because a lot of people have the literacy, but they still don't have those how-tos, that know how to get in there and how to make it happen. We have the best legal teams, right? We have the best technology available. And if you want to make this a business, because you can start out as just a customer, but if you want to take this to the next level and make this a business, we have an MLM component as well. And so we're going to utilize all of that, the e-commerce, the education, the products and services, right? We're going to have that digital aspect for the speed, but we're also going to introduce over time those tangible products, right? For that stability. And the joint ventures that will happen. I'm going to talk about one that's just taking place so far. And that's how we're bold enough to say that we are the solution. That takes boldness, and that takes knowing who you are and what you have. And that's what we are telling you. We are in power. We are in power, and we've partnered with our first alliance of Economy. Now, this is the CEO and founder of Economy. And again, right, the tone of the men of who I'm speaking about on this afternoon. He is a financial expert. Let me tell you, he became a millionaire by the time he was 19, a CEO by the time that he was 26. He is an international speaker in over 62 different countries. Now, do you think, again, that we can make a positive impact, that we can make a global impact, that we can, because when I say 1 million families, you know, it might just seem like, okay, this is something that we're throwing out in the air. It sounds good. No, we're in pursuit right now. That we're in the process of doing that. From week to week to week on our leaderboards, we see hundreds of people weekly that are coming into this platform that they have, because they are, first of all, because we're making an impact on the person who's already on the inside. And then they're sharing that value with other people. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the Economy US aspect of it, because I said we are global. Now, these are all the services that we are offering inside our Empower community. We have our ECA, which is our Economy Calibrate Academy. And here you're going to learn the basics. You're going to learn the foundations of Forex, of stock options, of crypto. You don't have to have prior knowledge of any of this. You know, I do have a few years of experience of being in, you know, learning about Forex, learning about the crypto, but I've seen people who have partnered with me personally come into this, have no prior knowledge. And just by getting on the live classes that we have available, or again, if you're that busy person, we have that on-demand video system that you can tap into. You can learn what is Forex. You can learn the very basics. And then you also always have a community that is wrapped around you to add that additional support if you run up against something that, I'm not quite understanding what's happening here. And we also have that live training as well, where you can ask those questions right on that platform and they'll answer your question. So yes, if you don't have any prior knowledge, and even if right now what I'm talking to you about, it still seems a little fuzzy, you can still see the success that you desire. Now that is just what the very basics of you getting into a classroom setting, online, virtually, and learning it and then studying it on your own. But we also have in place different AI technology and then trade ideas that's going to be given to you, that's going to help you to earn while you learn, because that's the number one question. People want to know, okay, how can I benefit and how soon can this work for me? Right? Or at least the people that I'm talking to, because again, I'm doing my part to impact those 1 million families. Now, let me tell you how this works with Eminence. With Eminence, you are going to receive trade ideas. They say you can copy, paste, and profit. Do you think you can do that? You think you can copy and paste and then put it inside of a platform where we can show you how to profit right from your phone? I was sitting down just last Friday with some of the members, and we was hopping into MT5 based off a trade idea that we received, and I was recording it. And you can just see the blue. Blue means you in profit, right? So when we just saw that blue, it started out, it hopped out real quick. Excuse me. It hopped out. I think at first it was like $12. Then it went up to $35 because the lot size was smaller. It was only like maybe a 0.02 lot size. So and then it went to $35. Then it went to $58. Then it went up to $78. And to empower somebody, to show them as they're sitting right before you, look, let's put in this trade idea, right? And to see them profit in front of you, is that not powerful? Do they not now have an instant story where they're going out and they're sharing with this is what just happened to me? That's our Eminence. They didn't have to look at the charts for themselves. They didn't have to analyze the charts. They just copy, paste it, and profit. And then we take it to Monaro, which is a whole nother level. You all, Monaro at this time of viewing, as far as I know of, Monaro is the only harmonic web-based scanner in the entire world that we have inside of our system. Monaro is going to take, what you do is you'll input to your specifications, right? So the different patterns that you want to see. So it may be a triple top, a triple bottom, head and shoulders, whatever it is that you like to look for in the market, you can put that in there, the different time frames that you like to trade on. And then it's going to scan the market for those optimal trade ideas. Can you imagine receiving over 1,000 trades just from one aspect of the services that we offer? I just told you about Eminence. This is completely separate. It's going to give you the trade ideas. Then it's also going to shoot you the chart and the analysis behind that. So now you get to go back and you get to study to see what was their thought process and why they said that this was the best trade, right? So we always want to empower you with the knowledge, with the understanding, but we still want to utilize that ease of that AI. And then also with utilizing AI technology, you take the emotion out of it, right? Because I would say trading is about 10% technical and 90% emotions. and if you are in a different space, but you still hopping on these charts anyway, you can get a lesson, right? It may not always be a profit, you can get a lesson, but the AI, it takes that emotion out of it where you can just say, okay, this is what it is, and I'm going to go ahead and input into the system. Now the Hercules is the same thing. We're using this AI technology. Technology is your friend, right? I don't know who I'm speaking to on this line, and you may be huffing and puffing and saying all of this AI. I don't know. But guess what, y'all? The one thing that I know is that the only thing that's constant is change. That is the only thing that is constant in this world is change. But that's also the number one thing that people have the most issue with is change. How is that? And so whether you want to tap into technology or not, whether you want to tap into artificial intelligence or not, the world is evolving with or without you. So you want to evolve with it, right? Now, you don't have to be overcome by it, but you want to be evolve with that change and be in front of it. And that is what Hercules is doing. Hercules is scanning the market, the current performance, the past performance, and you get to say, okay, this is what I want my investment to be for the year. And then you get on the particular crypto that you're interested in. And Hercules will tell you what you should invest weekly, what you should invest daily based on that specified amount that you input it into the system. Now, as I was researching Hercules, right, because I'm not a person that just takes things at face value. A lot of times I need those additional confirmations. I can overthink. But as I was researching Hercules and seeing how it was created and the thought process behind it, I loved it even more because, when you're thinking about investing, right, one of the number one barriers is that right now, a lot of people don't have the money to invest. If you look at what inflation is doing, not just has done, is doing right now, and you think about that 41% of Americans have $500 or less in their savings account. And so now you're talking to them that they are looking to ways to create income, and they know it takes money to make money, but they don't have a lot of money to make the money. So Hercules was designed for somebody. If you just have $100 annually to invest, that this system can still work for you. And when we had that last bull run in the market, they gave the example that if you would have invested $1,000, right? And over that time, let's just say it was Bitcoin, you invested $1,000 in Bitcoin, and over that time, you 10x that, and it went to 10,000. Well, they took the Hercules system and they backdated it. They placed it in that specific time frame of that bull run. Now, on your own, you would have made 10,000. If you would have utilized Hercules during that time, that same 10,000, that would have went to 100,000 by tapping into this AI technology. So that's what we have here in all of the digital systems that we're offering. Now, we do have Athena and Xena. Those are offered internationally. We're not available to tap into those here because of the regulations of the US. But tomorrow we are launching our own versions of that is called Echo, where you can just, it'll give you those trade ideas. Well, actually, it'll tell you, do you want to accept the trades, right? And you can just click yes. Boom. Once you click yes, it places you inside. You don't even have to take that additional step to now, okay, what is the take profit? What's the stop loss that they're giving me? Okay, is it a buy limit? What do I need to, you don't have to do any of that. But we are going to learn more about that tomorrow. So whoever invited you on this line, they can send you the registration link to register for that, to find out more about what is coming tomorrow with that AI technology with Echo. This for the US. We have more exclusive services, and I'll highlight the stock options class, which I do. I enjoy being a part of the stock options class with Jessica Ramos, and she is a powerhouse. And her her reputation preceded her, and she lived up to that as I'm on her classes week after week. Now she has a course. Before she partnered with Economy, she had a course, and it was a 45-day course, you all, and she was charging $15,000 for that course. Personal mentorship from her was $300 an hour, and now she is here with us, and all of her skill set is here with us that we get to tap into in Economy. And all of these things are included in everything that we're offering to you. These are some more of our educators. And I like the diversity, right? Because not everybody is going to speak your language. So you get to listen and you get to pick and choose and who you want to listen to, what you want to tap into, and what works best for you. And again, we also have our on-demand piece that if you're not, you're at work or whatever you are. I might be on a field trip with the children. I'm not able to tap into the class right now. I can go back to that on-demand system, and I'm not missing out on anything that's given, right? And with all of that, we're going to show you this is how you get started. Now, how much did I just give you? I just told you that the stock options class alone that Miss Jessica gives, she charged $15,000 for 45 days, right? And if we just focus on the elite package, because that's how you get started in the US, our entry price is only $149. When one aspect of what we are offering was $15,000, right? And it's $99 a month, you all. This a low entry price, a low investment price, and a low overhead cost. I told you I have a background in the salon industry. This is laughable for a startup cost for a business. If you've done business in any capacity, this is laughable. And to have a monthly overhead of $99, the water bill alone for my salon was much more than both of these combined together. And then if you want to offer this as a business, you do have to have your IBO license. So the initial price for that is $29. The monthly overhead for that is $15. And you get all of what I just stated. Now, remember from the beginning of what I said, if we're impacting how many? 1 million families. Do you think with a low entry price of just $149.99 that we are able to do that? Absolutely, we are. And we're able to do that. And then we're empowering them to take that a step further, right? We're empowering them now to share this with other people. And when you do so, the company is going to reward you. We're not like every other retail place that you go to where, you know, you're making posts on social media and you're sharing with the world about all the that we are a social media world. We are, right, we're on IG, we're on TikTok, we're on we're on Facebook, you may be on Snapchat. We're telling the world about everything that we see value in. But how many of those businesses are rewarding you for that? Now, how many of those businesses are empowering you to see financial success, to see financial freedom, to tap into time freedom, right? To show you how you can make money from your phone and empowering you to do that, but you share that with the world. And we're going to change your thinking. We're going to transform your thinking in this space to now share with other people the value that you're receiving here, how they can be impacted, how you can build that lifestyle relationship together, and you both can tap into that freedom. Think about that. Think about you sharing this business, and I'm gonna go ahead and say with 3 other people, because I just showed you it takes 150 in order to get started. Now, what if in that same week you went out and you shared this business with 3 other people? That 150 that you invested, you now have a return on your investment within the first week. And I want to debunk some myths right here, because I don't know who I'm speaking to on the line. I want to debunk the myth that, oh, I knew it was one of those things. It's one of those empowerment things. Absolutely, you are correct. It's one of those empowerment things where now we are creating our own network to build our network together. Because imagine you being at the top, and imagine now you went out and you are gung-ho about this vision, and you brought in all of these people. What is that? 6 people. Now, it's only 2 sides of placement. You didn't bring in those 2 who brought in 2. No, you brought in all of those people. So now your first 2, they go in the first 2 slots. Those next 4 are going under the first 2 that you showed this business to. And so it's not just them building you up, it's we are building each other up. They're benefiting from what you're doing, and you're benefiting from what they're doing as well. So we are all growing together. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to behoove you to go out and at least tell 3 people about this business if you plan on building a business. Why? Because at 3 people personally enrolled, you are considered an apprentice. And now you have a weekly payment of $25 a week, which adds up to $100 a month. Doesn't sound like a month, but guess what that does? That covers your monthly overhead. So we've just showed you a way how you can get your return on investment, right? By going out and speaking to 3 people. And now also with those same 3 people, your overhead is now paid for. Now I want you to sit down once you partner in with us, because I'm that bold to say that you see value, and look at this career plan. with whoever you're partnered with, whoever your success partner is, and look down and see, okay, what's the target? What's the target for your career here, right? You got to write the vision and make it plain. What's the target for your career here? Is it $900 a month? Is it $1,500 a month? Is it $3,000 a month, right? And then you're going to strategize together to come up with, okay, what is that going to look like for me? Now, mind you, up till 75 people, which is $3,000 a month, which is $750 a week, you only have to have 3 people personally. But if everybody is just focused on 3, do you think that you all could get to 75 people together total? Yes, right? Right. So this is what we have to offer. This is how we're empowering people. This is how we are making those dreams a reality. This is how we're overcoming the inflation. This is how now we're empowering people to have more than just $500 sitting aside in their savings account, right? That's another way with the lifestyle bonus. You go out and get customers. Now you have 3 and free. It's so many, and y'all, this is where you get paid. So you want to tap into the CoinZoom, get back there, get registered. You can use it as a visa as you're out and about in the marketplace. Be a part of the power of the shocking, not that wheel that is in motion of shocking the marketplace right now. You see all these faces on there, but what is your story? What is your wall of success going to look like? Who are you going to have with you on your journey? Because we're in motion and it's happening. And I'm excited. If you can't tell, I'm so excited to be a part of what we have with Empower. And I love the play on words. It's not EM power, it's IN, because it's on the inside of you. And it's whether you decide to allow those who are around you to tap into that. Not that you're not already powerful, right? Because you're powerful in your own right. But when you have collaboration, as we showed you in the beginning, with other powerful people, with other giants, with other people of the same like mind for success, right? And a high level of thinking, a high level of living, you can do so much more together. But are you willing to take the shot? And I'm going to read this quote by Michael Jordan. Most people know who he is, right? I would think. And it says that I've missed more than 9,000 shots. You wouldn't think he would start out with that. Wait, you missed? Yes. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. He blew it. Would you have stopped then? I kept going. I failed over and over and over again in my life. And that's why I succeed. Because he was willing to take the shot. Because he was willing to invest in himself. Because when he faced opposition, he got up to play one more game, right? He got up to practice, to bring all of that that's on the inside of him to the outside. And he partnered with other people in order to do that. So hopefully you are willing to take the shot. Hopefully I gave enough value to you today to get your questions answered, to get back with the person who invited you on this, to say, how can I get started? How can I make this work? If you want to see this overview again, we are here on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 Central Standard Time. And again, on Saturdays at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully your family is one of those families that we're able to impact. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.